to establish healthy boundaries. You have unrealistically high expectations of human potential. It's time to bring those expectations down. It's time to accept that the world is a cold, uncaring place and nothing about you is remotely special. Hey, hi there. Hello, elevator operator. Can you get me number 9? That's toothpaste. And I live in it. That's right. I fail to understand the appeal of physical contact. I make myself more vulnerable in my art than other people do. I fail to understand the appeal of physical contact. I don't smoke weed, but I'm going insane. My missionary protectiva hasn't been spread here. Human beings are cruel, malevolent creatures. You people roam around the base of global lure. It is time for me to fade out, fade in again. I am tired of conditional love from people who can't love. I'm Gary 7 with his mysterious cat. I wait for intricate neo-pagan signs from above. The only sign on my block is advertising Bitcoin. I'm so self-aware, I double back to self-doubt. I'm so confident, I make myself insecure. Truth must be concrete, and the victory must be absolute. I'm going down like a nuclear missile. Throw your tomatoes at me. In pain, I fail to understand the appeal of physical contact. My thought becomes rigid, my abilities close like windows. I fail to understand the appeal of physical contact. I've been divided like a grapefruit into segments. Each segment was left out, and each began to try. If push comes to shove, I'll sit inside and bide my time. I don't need money, and I don't want to die. Let me insert shovels into my hair. I fail to understand the appeal of physical contact. You won't pity me, but I'm strong and vibrant. I have no basis to exist. I'm a fourth-dimensional shape. I accept the consequences of my actions. My behavior is my responsibility. I have no guidebook, no signposts or directions. Life is a risky and horribly fatal thing. Play my hide like an animal. Take my skin, spread me out on the floor. For public display, I fail to understand the appeal of physical contact. I'm a testament to the onset of societal decay. I love existing, holy shit. Life is beautiful. Rainbows collide like snow falling off a hill. People cannot make me feel bad about myself. I'm a maladjusted option with extraordinary will. I fail to understand the appeal of physical contact. I fail to understand the appeal of physical contact. That's toothpaste and I live in it.
Talked down to, betrayed and swindled. betrayal. It's a good way to measure time. It's a good way to measure time. I measure a year in the amount of people who've said they're my friends, then exploit my talent and leave me behind in the dust. That's a really good way to measure time. I measure a year in betrayal, yeah, I measure a year in betrayal.
I believe I'm beginning to experience anger.
Public school teachers overrate their importance. Lots of them are racist and they pick on black students. They think they're smart enough to teach the next generation of humans, but they're always some middle-class millennial dipshit. Novelists are more important than teachers. They have confidence in their outlook. They share it with the world. A novel lasts for decades, not one school curriculum. You can learn more from a good book than a biased public school. How many teachers are best-selling novelists? How many have experience in the real world? How many are sheltered beneficiaries of academia? How many interact with fentanyl addicts at 3 a.m.? You only need authority if you're scared of dying. You'll retain humility if your heart is pure. Smart, cool people don't ever fear death. Figures of authority are always insecure. Landlords grow fat from real estate development. They perform no real labor, and their life is a breeze. They leave their tenants in smoke-ridden death traps, then raise the rent tenfold and relocate overseas. Land ownership is a human construct. Like money, it doesn't follow you to the grave. If someone takes a land grant seriously in the 21st century, that's as archaic and meaningless as a duel. We only honor land ownership when it benefits us directly. Denver is only here because of the Sand Creek Massacre. If my landlord gets to profit off the death of the previous landowners, I won't shed any tears when he's dead. You only need authority if you're scared of dying. You'll retain humility if your heart is pure. Smart, cool people don't ever fear death. Figures of authority are always insecure. The system is not designed to benefit you. Life can only be as happy as you make it. Human beings are capable of great evil, but we can also do amazing things. We need perspective outside of our comfort zone. We need to expose ourselves and make our brains strong. We need to accept the hostility of the universe. We need to have free speech and be able to play songs. People say I need money to put a roof over my head, but I don't inherently value a roof anymore. I feel detached from all material concepts. If the world burns down, then I'm going with it. You only need authority if you're scared of dying. You'll retain humility if your heart is pure. Smart, cool people don't ever fear death. Figures of authority are always insecure. You only need authority if you're scared of dying. You'll retain humility if your heart is pure. Smart, cool people don't ever fear death. Figures of authority are always insecure.
Proper use of condoms helps reduce the risk of AIDS.
Mark sees an attractive girl at the coffee shop. She's filling out a lengthy essay. He goes up to her, fueled by hormones. He says, let's engage in sexual intercourse today. She says, no thanks, I'm really busy. I'm considering the systemic impact of capitalism, the onset of postmodern deconstruction, and the rise of American fascism. Marx's insistent desire to reproduce is the result of a world that prioritizes sex because it's considered incredibly productive to the CEOs who will hire his children next. Sorry, I consider you an object, he says. I really can't figure out why. It seems that the world has become so sad. My only purpose is to have sex and die. Have sex and die. My only purpose is to have sex and die. She sips on her coffee. She's really stressed out because she's 23 and she's always crushed by debt. And she deals with horny men like Mark every day. She wishes they had never even met. You never consider your impact in the world, she says, drinking coffee with a shrug. You're pathetic, and you'll never, ever have sex with me. In fact, you don't even deserve a hug. As Jean-Paul Sartre argues, in Being and Nothingness, sex is a futile and primitive attempt to achieve some perceived state of theoretical completion that will never come and doesn't even exist. I can't have sex because it would mean nothing, she tells him while looking him straight in the eye. Sex is a meaningless waste of time. Your only purpose is to have sex and die. Your only purpose, your only purpose, your only purpose is to have sex and die. Have sex, have sex and die. Have sex and die. Your only purpose is to have sex and die. Your only purpose is to have sex and die. Have sex and die. Have sex and die. Have sex and die. Your only purpose is to have sex and die. Have sex and die.
C'est-à-dire que les tiers, quand on avait dit ça dans le gamin, évidemment, dès le début, savaient qu'il y avait une relation qui écrasait celle qu'on avait avec eux. C'était très souvent pas très agréable pour elles. C'est vraiment les tiers qui ont fait les frais un peu de cette relation que nous avons établie entre nous. Donc elle n'est pas non plus incritiquable, cette relation, puisqu'elle implique que quelquefois on ne se conduit pas très correctement avec les gens.
Nicolas Sequeira. Bring me the head up. Nicolas Sequeira. Bring me the head up. Nicolas Sequeira. Bring me the head up. Nicolas Sequeira. Nicolas Sequeira.
Bring me the head up!
Nicolas Sequeira.
People openly wish death on me as a result of me expressing my sexual orientation. People openly wish death on me as a direct result of me expressing my sexual orientation. People openly wish death on me as a result of me expressing my sexual orientation.
I'm just gonna beat the shit out of this fucking guy. I'm literally just gonna stab him in the fucking, like the appendage that he has on his stomach. What the fuck is up with this guy? What the fuck? What the fuck? Dude, what the fuck? He's so weird. He is so weird. The reason I'm harassing this loser is because he's asking like women about their breasts and shit, and I'm like, you need to kill yourself. You need to kill yourself now. Kill him now. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if you're asexual. I don't care if you're socially inept. You need to die. You need to die. I'm gonna fucking get a Glock and just shoot this guy. He's so weird. Oh my god. But it's like, he's like, I'm asexual.
I'm tired of being a public figure because fearing for my life doesn't feel very good. I'm tired of being a public figure because fearing for my life doesn't feel very good. I'm tired of being a public figure, but life will continue. I had a dream last night. I was walking next to a road, and there were cars on this rural road. It was late at night. They came out of nowhere, and they started swerving around aimlessly, crashing into each other, and nobody was driving them. And these cars represented people, because people are angry machines that race around each other in the middle of the night, and they want to kill me.
President Kennedy has been the victim of an assassin's bullet in Dallas, Texas. It is not known as yet whether the president survived the attack against him. 3 bullet shots were heard to ring out. The president slumped into the lap of Mrs. Kennedy. Witnesses said they saw blood streaming from his head. Governor Connolly slumped into the bottom of the car. Bullet wounds were seen to be in his chest. The car itself rushed on as Mrs. Kennedy was heard to say, "Oh no."
Bump him off and collect the reward.
The heart wants what the heart wants, so ignore the heart, it's irrational. Make decisions based on your intellect, ignore romance altogether. Romance is a sappy harlequinade, it's a dehumanizing, cruel farce. Only intellectually deficient people engage in romantic behavior, because romantic behavior is for the animals, not for people with sentient minds. You don't have to be romantic at all. Romance is a waste of time. Oh yeah, romance is a joke. Romance is a cruel joke. I've never had a positive experience as the result of the existence of romance. The heart wants what the heart wants. Ignore the heart. Focus on the mind.